Hey guys, welcome to our video. We're going to talk about some 90s stuff tonight. If you are new to us, my name is Melissa McCone. Welcome. Do I want Chris Hendricks to join? Yes, I do. Here he is right here.
I'm Chris. Hey.
Hey guys. Okay guys, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Just drop a 2. Y'all know how this works. We're going to try and get through this without a dog barking or a kid yelling. Sorry, phone call. It was the school calling me for the 300th time to let me know that my kids do have school tomorrow. Hey Tracy. Okay, so the 90s, guys, the 90s. We thought this would be a fun video to do because we, hey Tracy, because we gathered a bunch of fun stuff. And we just want to share it with y'all and let y'all see what we found, and we want y'all to chime in as well and just let us know what y'all think about the 90s. So we hope this video is fun and entertaining, and if it is and y'all want to share it, you know what, you can go ahead and share the video now. You just push the little share button and then it shares, and then any of your friends can go ahead and hop on as well. So yeah, that's just how that works. So, okay, so let's see. When we were, so the 90s, the decade of the 90s, we were age 11 to 20. So we like had, you know, quite a few years of
Fun
stuff in different ages, and sorry guys, I pushed the button. So sorry. Don't leave us yet. We're going to get through this. Okay. So we were age 11 through 20. We were born the same year, 1979, to show you our age. So actually we went through the 80s and the 90s. So I'm wearing my grunge flannel shirt and supporting my CrossFit Eagles right here because that was a big part of the 90s for me, as I'm sure it was for many of you that are watching. So, okay, so like it was, for me, it was 5th grade. Well, I mean both of us because we're the same age. Fifth grade to into college. So yes, lots of stuff going on there. Lots of growth. So this is my question for you guys. For the first question is, if you're watching live, go ahead and drop a 1 because y'all know I just like to reach out to you and say hi. Yes, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. He makes fun of me all the time. He's like, oh my gosh, drop a 1, drop a 2.
Before the end of it, we're going to have at least a drop a 5 or drop a 6.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe. And so just let me know how old you guys were during the 90s. Or if you were even born. Yeah, I guess people have been born then. I mean, there's a wide range of people that get on here. So, okay. Let's see, I got my notes here. I wanted to make notes about this, plus we're just going to kind of randomly talk about stuff, but, y'all know I have to make my notes so that way I don't get off track, but yeah, I still get off track. So, so anyway, like I said, I hope this is fun. I hope you guys share it, and, I don't know, y'all enjoy it. So, we're going to talk about TV shows and some movies. If y'all had a favorite movie during the 90s, just go ahead and drop it in the comments, the name of it. If y'all think of something off the top of your head, just go ahead and put it in the comments. What was yours?
My favorite TV show was Knight Rider. That was with Kit was the car, and I think David Hasselhoff, I think he was the main guy in there.
Was that the 90s? Was that during the 90s?
Yes. Actually, I think it came back. I'm not sure. But that was something, you know, that back in the day you used to get and have the car, and you know, you always wanted to, you know, somebody to get the car. They had the little red light going back and forth and talk to you. And then he had the watch. You know, hey Kit, come here. So that was pretty cool. And then Teen Wolf. One was Teen Wolf. That was that 80s or 90s?
I don't know. That might have been in the 80s.
Right.
It's hard to kind of distinguish between the 80s and the 90s. Like, I really had to look up stuff because you think, you know, well, it's the 90s, but really it's actually in the 80s. But a lot of stuff was like later on in the 80s, but really became more popular in the 90s. So that's kind of some stuff that we talked about. I think one big TV show was Saved by the Bell. I think we can all agree that we all watched
Saved by the Bell and Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. Let's see, Real World, because MTV was big, even though MTV was really big in the 80s, but it was still big in the 90s. I mean, did you watch Real World? I know I did. I'd like come home every day and have to watch Real World.
And everybody wanted to go to spring break. Woo! That was the thing.
MTV Spring Break.
That's right.
Yeah, that was crazy. That looked crazy anyway. Full House was a really big TV show. Guys, if y'all are just joining, go ahead and drop a 1 if you're live. I just want to say hi to everybody. I like to do that. And tell me how old you were in 1990. Okay, so we were 11. We were 11 in 1990. I know, it really shows your age, doesn't it? It's hard to think about that.
Yes.
Okay, so some other movies that we thought about that were kind of big was 8 Seconds and Pure Country. Who remembers watching Pure Country with George Strait? Like, that was not... Hey, Andrea. Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, we're the same age. Class of 97, girl. Okay, who remembers watching Pure Country and George Strait? And like, he could not act at all in that movie. Like, it was so bad. But
it was a good movie.
Yeah, hey, like, somebody's throwing all his hearts because you know, George Strait, Pure Country, couldn't act, but that was like the best movie. We all sang the songs. When you hear twin fiddles and a steel guitar.
Yeah, that was a really good movie though. That was 8 Seconds. I mean, you couldn't that movie. I think back in the day, that was the bull riding is still big, but that was one. And Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder was awesome. That was the Tom Cruise, and I can't think of the other actor in it.
Is that the car show?
Yeah, that was a NASCAR show.
Oh.
That was a good one.
I don't know. We were watching stuff like Clueless and Braveheart. Who watched? Okay, this was so stupid, but I think we can all agree that it was really stupid. Blair Witch Project. Did y'all know that was the 90s? You remember that?
I know, but that was awesome.
That was not awesome. That was stupid. The Blair Witch Project. But we're all like, oh my gosh, like, what's going to happen? Like, they're just running through the woods like a bunch of crazy people. But we watched it. By golly, we watched it.
I'm gone.
It'll come back. Hey guys, sorry, we lost the connection, but we're back. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. We're back. Okay, so yeah, I was a huge, still am a huge Johnny Depp fan. Who loves Johnny Depp? If you love Johnny Depp, go ahead and put a 3 in the comments. I still love Johnny Depp. I love all of his movies, but Edward Scissorhands was a really big movie back in the 90s. Let's see, other TV shows, 90210, I think we all watched that as well. Forrest Gump was a big movie back then, so that was pretty. Friends was a big TV show. So anyway, so yeah, that was some fun stuff. Yeah, Blair Witch Project. Seriously, like, that was. We all watched it. Like,
that was a really good. Now,
Braveheart, y'all, is still one of the best movies ever.
The Last of the Mohicans. I don't even know when that came out.
Oh, I don't know.
The Last of the Mohicans was a long movie, but it was.
I don't know. That might have been.
Was that in the 80s?
No, that might have been in the.
That had to be in the 90s.
2000. I don't think so. But anyway, that's a good movie too. The Last of the Mohicans. Oh my gosh, I still watch that. And Braveheart. If it's on, I'm like, oh, that's what we're watching. Okay, so that's kind of some movies. So let's talk about some bands that we liked. Okay, alternative music was Scream. Oh yeah, Scream. I think that was definitely in the 90s.
Yep.
Okay, alternative music was huge in the 90s, and I loved it. And if you asked any of my friends that rode around with me in my car, they would be like, oh my gosh, Melissa had to listen to Smashing Pumpkins all the time, or the Cranberries, Garbage. You remember Garbage?
I remember Garbage.
The band. They had that song Milk. Like, that was like all that they had, but I don't know why I love that song.
But Guns N' Roses was huge. November Rain was it. November Rain.
The longest song ever.
And then Warrant, Cherry Pie. That rocked.
Was that 90s?
Yes. That was 90s.
Let's see. Nirvana, of course, was huge.
Yeah.
Yes, Nikki. Nirvana was huge during the 90s. Let's see, what else did I put down here? Green Day, Cranberries. I think I might have already said that. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I had a friend, Andy, if you watch this, and that Red Hot Chili Peppers CD was stuck in her CD player in her vehicle forever, and so we had to listen to that all the time. So pretty much know that whole CD.
Well, Snoop Dogg was big. Dr. Dre.
Snoop Dogg.
That was big.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Eazy-E, and that was big. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh my gosh.
They kicked it off.
It was like Spice Girls, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. I mean, like all of that stuff.
Backstreet Boys in the 90s?
Yes, it was 93. I looked it up.
Smokes.
So guys, what was your favorite band? Just go ahead and drop the name in the comments. Your favorite 90s band. What was it? We want to know. I want to hear it. Okay, so surprisingly, we actually found some kind of cool things to show you guys. So we kind of gathered, we've been working on this video for a little while, so we kind of gathered some different stuff and we want to show you. So
the first thing is, they used to, now we had, which I had these glasses on when we first started, but now that, they give you the actual glasses, but when you used to watch the 3D, they were these paper things. That's what they were. You didn't find,
we didn't have
that's
any
all
glasses.
you had. We didn't have the real glasses.
yeah.
So this is one thing.
Yeah. Oh, and something I meant to mention before we got into the show and tell is things that we wore. So obviously, I mean, we wore flannel. Okay, so I just wore my Eagles shirt because this was my high school, CrossFit Eagles. The Mojo shirts that we talked about.
Yeah.
Y'all remember those?
Mojo shirts. You had the
It's just like a white long sleeve shirt.
Jabot jeans. I think it was Jabot jeans were rocking back then. And then come to find out, Wrangler actually made the Jabot jeans.
Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Didn't know that.
Write that down.
Now you know.
Yep.
This is informative as well.
Your day is not wasted.
So, yeah, y'all, so guys, if you're just joining, I want you to put in your favorite 90s band in the comments. Let's see. Oh, I got some, these are some necklaces that I found that I used to wear in the 90s. So, we know that, well, let's see. This is one of them. Look, smiley faces. Can you see it? I don't know. Anyway, it's little smiley faces on there. Smiley faces were big. Like this little choker thing. I don't know. It was like that. Like that. I can't believe my mom still had some of this stuff. And then, oh, and then another necklace. Like another like choker type necklace. And it has the yin yang. That was really big in the 90s. Yes, it was. Other things that we wore were things like scrunchies. This is from the 90s. This is not new. It's actually covered in dust. Scrunchies.
Matches her shirt, but she didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I know. It does. I should have worn it. This beautiful hair bow here that like the dust is literally flying around as we talk about it. Girls, did you wear tube socks? We always wore the white tube socks up to our knees and then would scrunch it a little bit. Did y'all do that? Did you do that? I mean, I know that my friends and I, we did that.
We did.
And,
Tight rolled jeans.
yeah,
That was
but-
back, you used to go to the skating ring. That was the thing, going to the skating ring and Bastrop Perry skating ring.
Yeah,
that
but-
was always fun.
But for the girls, flare jeans. Like we wore the flare jeans. And
It's call waiting in 1993. That is correct.
oh my gosh,
We used
call
to switch
waiting.
over. Yes.
Yeah, and then if you made the mistake and you were like pushed it and it didn't go to the right person.
Yeah, because I don't know when they come out with the three-way calling. Like you could be one person and get on with two other people.
Yeah.
I don't know when that was.
I know. I
But you had to like double
Google that.
click to get it over or something like that.
Yeah.
The other person had to call.
Click, click, click.
Oh well.
Yep, that was good stuff right there too. So friendship bracelets were still really big. Who made friendship bracelets? Like I used to make with the yarn. I would like Star 69. Yes.
Yes.
That-
And Star 67 was, I think, to what was the star? It was Star 69 to call them back, and it was Star 67 if you wanted to block your number.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you could get called back, but if you wanted to block it before you called, you dial the other number.
Then we had caller ID at some point.
Yeah.
But so mood rings were really big. Oh, you mentioned DuckTales, like guys wore
Yes,
had the DuckTales.
we used to have the ducktails, but with my hair like I got, I didn't really have a ducktail. It just pretty much just went the same way as the rest of my hair.
He's got that kinky curly hair.
Yeah, it's not real.
Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all this. So this is something that I wore in the 90s all the time, and I wore it proudly, and I'm sure a lot of y'all have one of these, but this is mine. And so I want to show y'all my Letterman jacket. Sorry, Chris. Cheerleader. This is my Letterman jacket. These things were awesome. Wore it all the time. 97.
You only got one patch on that thing.
I mean, I was a cheerleader for many years. My mom
Well,
just didn't sew them on. GG.
I got a Letterman jacket, but it's
I don't
got,
know.
probably got about 20 patches on it.
Oh my gosh, let's brag.
That's how good I was
Let's
back
brag. Let's brag. Let's have a moment of bragging. Okay, so we talked about clothes, and so now we're going to talk about the stuff. Now we're going to talk about the stuff that we collected. Okay, first thing that we're going to show y'all are some phones. Okay, let's see. So here's the first one. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is called a cord, in case you aren't aware. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, y'all ready?
This was this is like one of the first cordless phones right here. The antenna is actually broke off of it, but you know, you used to pull it out to about right here. These are the digits. Actually, I can't believe we still have this, but
You can push them
still,
from here as well.
yes. So that was pretty cool, but you couldn't walk too far away from it.
And
But-
it has the built-in answering machine. So, I mean,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
yeah.
That was
Oh, and it still has the tape in it. Oh, that's so funny.
didn't even recognize that.
Look at that.
Yep.
I'm scared to take it out. I'm scared I might break it. This is antique. We don't want to break anything.
Yep.
Okay, so the next thing, do y'all remember bag phones? Hey guys, if you're just joining live, drop a 1. Who had a bag phone? Guys, if you had a bag phone, drop a 4, okay? We don't have one.
We tried to find it, but
Yeah.
our parents actually threw it away.
Everybody threw them away. So, what we do have,
So, if everybody remembers this, it went after the bag phone was the old flip phone. The old
flip phone.
flip phone. It was the Motorola phone that lit up. I didn't find the charger to it, but it came with a bigger battery pack so it would stay in, you know, longer on the. But anyway, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. Even it comes with the case, you know.
Yeah.
You used to just slide right on in.
Like you were something big. Something
Yeah,
big.
that was texting was the, you know, you had to hit 3 buttons to get the one number in
Oh
it and
my
all
gosh.
that kind of stuff.
Do y'all remember that?
Yeah. So,
Oh, that was so annoying.
yeah, that was pretty bad.
So flip phone, well, I can't
You
say
say
it
flip
either.
phone too?
Flip phone. I mean, how hard does that have to be? So yeah. So the cordless phone, the bag phone. Then like really, this is more like 90s. I mean,
Yeah.
90. Yeah, this is 90s. And then smartphones, guys. It's all about the smartphones. And we found a cassette tape. I'm sure many of you know what this is, but some of y'all probably don't know what a cassette tape is. And I'm sorry, the lighting's kind of weird, but you actually put cassette tapes in stereos.
Which, this is really antique too, so I don't want to really touch it. But this was the old karaoke machine. It had the one speaker, and then you could press the buttons on it and all that kind of stuff. I do not have the microphone, but that's, you know, we used to have to turn it up like that. It was not digital. It was all, you know.
Who had a stereo that had like the two? Here, spin it over here. Like had the two tape decks or whatever you called them, and like you would like mix your own music. I did that. I wish I still had my stereo, but I used to like mix our own music for like cheerleading and stuff. So I was like, stop, pause, record, play. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So who else did that? See, Tracy did that. Tracy was one of my friends that rode around with me in my car, and
Because she had the mixtape. Is that what it was, Tracy? She had the mixtape and it was all good.
They had to listen to ride around, listen to Enigma with me. I love some Enigma. I'm almost sad to admit that, but I did. I loved Enigma. It was very relaxing. And also in my car back in the day, my CD player was one of the, see, Tracy's like, yep. I had, do you remember this, Tracy? I had this, and there was a wire attached to it.
That went to the CD player.
It went to my CD player. So I had to put this in my cassette player in my car to listen to my CDs in my car. How crazy is that? That was totally some 90s. Let's see. BB guns were big. We got a BB gun somewhere around here, but I'm pretty sure everybody has a BB gun.
But the thing is about the BB gun, it was this one. It was the old Red Ryder BB gun. This thing, we used to have wars. I mean, that was the thing back when we were boys. So
yeah.
We actually, it was just you cocked it one time and then you shot anybody. I mean, that was a thing. And I don't know how nobody ever got shot in the eye, but nobody ever did. But it was great. That was great. So then we're talking about tapes.
Oh,
and I wanted to bring this up because everybody, I don't know if your parents, they always said, abide by the law, do this, do that. But everybody knows back in the day, whenever you went to Blockbuster or the tape store to rent tapes, you used to rent it, but Dad used to have a camcorder just to rent the tape. You used to have a camcorder, and you would hook it up to the VCR, and what it would do is you would put one of these tapes in the camcorder to record, and then you played your actual movie through your VCR, and it would record it to the tape. So my dad actually, like, this is Mad Max is what's on this one.
Oh, Mad Max.
Okay? Now, he recorded this, and it tells you do not do that whenever you first start the movie out. But I think...
Are you saying that your dad did something wrong?
It was like, I think we have like 80 movies that he still actually has. This one actually has Teen Wolf on it. Ninja Turtles 3. And I don't know what this other one is. But it was kind of crazy because, people used to...
Show what in this that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna, while he's getting that out, I'm gonna show y'all what probably my favorite thing from the 90s was. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I have this. I mean, besides the Nintendo. Oh my gosh, I can't even say that word. That was more 80s, I think, late 80s. Who had a Game Boy? Oh my gosh, like I felt like I was something else with this Game Boy. I love this Game Boy. Who had a Game Boy? And I still have mine, obviously. And it still works. The light's on. Oh, that's so cool. Give me some hearts. If you had a Game Boy and you loved it, give me some hearts, okay? But not only that, I also had, and there's the light boy that goes on it. So, like, the screens didn't light up. They're all this like yellow color. So you get this light boy and put it on the DS like so. And we have this contraption right here. It's so that way you can see, like, if you're in the car at night or whatever. Okay, yeah, well that doesn't work anymore. But yeah, I guess it doesn't have any batteries. Genius. So anyway, yeah, you had the light boy. So that was pretty cool. I had Paperboy and Tennis and Super Mario Brothers and Tetris. That's all you need. Those were the games. I probably had some more somewhere, but anyway. So this is probably my favorite 90s thing was my Game Boy. And now they have DS's, which took the place of that, and phones, smartphones. So, yep, that was probably my favorite thing. And I still have it in my case.
So this is what my dad used to record, and this was like right at the early 90s. So this is what we used to have, is a big camcorder like this. If this flipped out, you could actually look down on it, or you could do like this.
Oh, I guess it's from the camera.
Yeah. So this was it right here. This is where he used to put the tapes. It's not charged up, but oh well. But this thing recorded a lot of videos back in the day.
And so from there, we went to this. So this was probably like the early 90s, these little camcorders, you know, the little handheld camcorders. It has your screen where you can see what you're videoing. And from here, everybody just went to smartphones. No more of this stuff. This is all obsolete at this point. And everybody just uses their smartphone. I mean, we have all our pictures on there, all our videos. I mean, everything. Everything is smartphone. I love my rollerblades. Chris said he wasn't really big into like rollerblades.
I wasn't rollerblading. We would just went to the skating ring and we wore the ones that had 4 wheels. You know, I wouldn't.
I had my rollerblades. Who else loves some rollerblades? Like, give me a hands up emoji if you liked your rollerblades, because I did.
That's
I
what
love
we did
mine.
at the skating ring. We just had the regular ones, went around and around and around. That's where you met the girls at. That was a skating ring. So.
Whatever.
Yeah. So another game in which this game, it's probably been, I don't know.
Ryan says she still rollerblades. That's awesome. Good for you.
Good for you, Ryan. That's good for you. We got a golf cart we ride around. We don't do none of that rollerblading. So
we'll break arms. We tried the hoverboard. That didn't go so well.
Still to this day, this is one of my favorite games. And everybody, if you go to, where is it at? Cracker Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there, this was the most awesomest game ever. And it even told you what you were. You leave 4, you're a moron. I'd always remember that because, you know, every now and then you would get 2 or get to the last 2, and then all of a sudden you'd go back and play it, and it'd be like 4 left. But this was probably the game that I loved the most.
Was it?
Yes.
I'm trying to think what board games we play. Like we play
Monopoly,
like Monopoly and
Candyland.
Uno.
Uno was one of them.
I mean, kids still play all that stuff, but
Sorry, I think that was the.
win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, and there was another that had the rat trap.
Oh, Mouse Hunt.
Mouse Hunt, that was another one.
Oh, I love that game. That was pretty cool. Who had one of these little jewelry case holders? Like, this is old school. This might actually be 80s. I don't even know. But, like, you have this, cinches up, carried around like a little purse. I just found that randomly. Let's see. Fireworks.
This is what we used to shoot at people. Now, this was fun. Well, you know, back in the day, that's what we did was just shoot at each other. That was the fun about it. So
we're older and wiser now, people.
Yes.
Older and
so
wiser.
So we just shoot them at kids. That's it. I'm just joking.
Yeah, let's just not even go there. So, guys, I would love for y'all to drop in the comments. What were some of your favorite things from the 90s? Because I know I have a lot of friends on here that are different ages, and I think we all can think of different things. And like I said, we were 11 to our 20s, so we graduated in 97. So, yes, we did do, you know, when we were growing up, like, we drove around town and hung out and went to parties on back roads and burned pallets. And I think something really big around here, and I'll give Jeff credit for this, he brought up 5 Point. I think we all, if you're from where I'm from, you know 5 Point, you know Snake Road, you know Lot 6.
Ours was just a hangout. Let's go to the hangout, and that's what we did, and that was at the river.
No, y'all made the loop.
Well, Lot 6, yeah, we made the loop too.
Tracy, you remember the loop?
Yeah, the whole loop. That was a big thing. Which, you know, then they put the speed bumps out there. I don't know if you'll ever go when they put the speed bumps. Brian Crow actually had a lowrider and got stuck on a speed bump. That was one thing I remember about the loop.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that got stuck on those speed bumps because there was the lowriders, and that was a big thing in the 90s. Lowriders.
Yep.
And
it was a big thing.
So, your cards. You
Yep,
want
my
to share
baseball
that?
cards.
So I guess we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon, guys.
Baseball card collection. And this thing was awesome, which I still, if I ever try to run across them, I don't mind looking at them, but I have a bunch of cards. That was my favorite one. That was Bo Jackson. He was probably one of my favorite players ever. So that was somebody I always liked just because he played football and baseball at the same time.
Miss Janet says she doesn't want to know what went on in the 90s.
Oh.
You're probably right, because
Yeah.
that was all your son's years. So.
But one thing I wanted to bring up was when I was, I guess, in the 90s and stuff, I went to a Catholic church, you know, most of the time, which I've joined the Methodist church here. But whenever we were at the Catholic church, we always had a rosary that they gave us whenever we took communion, when we first took our first communion. And so I thought this was pretty cool. And I've always kept it. So it came with this, you got this, and you got a little cross with it. And I always thought that was something that was, you know.
Well, we don't have to worry
Actually-
about that Blair Witch then coming to get us because we got rosaries and crosses. So
It's not a gold cross because it's got a little turquoise on the back up right there.
no exorcist going
Yeah.
on here. That
But
was
I thought
probably a
this was
90s
pretty
movie.
cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's something that I had.
That is
you know.
cool. That is cool. I guess that's it, guys. I don't know. I can't really. We made some notes. I think we kind of went through them, but I hope this was fun on Sunday night, and just I don't know. We've just been wanting to do this, and guys, like I said, if y'all are just joining, watch a what? I don't even know what I'm saying. Drop a 1. I just want to say hi, and if you know what your favorite band was, or what your favorite clothes were, or shoes, or anything that you love from the 90s, just go ahead and put it in the comments. And I don't know, we'll figure out some more stuff to do for you guys. And I don't know, we just thought this would be fun to just round up the stuff, and
Yeah,
because that was a
just
big
show
part
you.
of our childhood was the 90s and a variety of age. So I know many people on my newsfeed, it was for them as well. So I don't know, I hope it was fun, and if it was, guys, just share it. And I guess that's it.
That was it.
That's it. Okay. Thank y'all for joining, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Okay. Hope y'all have a great rest of the evening. And if you're off tomorrow for President's Day, enjoy your day off. I am. He's not. All right. Bye.